Well, some sad news. It's starting to look like Colorado Republican Lauren Boebert won't be returning to us after the 2024 elections. She just doesn't have the votes. If you remember, Boebert decided to abandon Colorado's 3rd congressional district, where she is wrapping up her 2nd term, and instead decided to run in the 4th congressional district for a seat being vacated by Ken Buck, a Republican, one of the 2 members of the Freedom Caucus who voted to certify the election for Joe Biden in 2020. Boebert barely got elected in 2022 by something like 600 votes. And the Democrat she lost to is running again, but this time with a campaign war chest that dwarfs hers. Plus, there was that incident when she vaped during a performance of Beetlejuice, where she was eventually thrown out for making noise and touching her boyfriend's war chest while he touched hers. Even worse, her boyfriend is a Democrat who owns a bar that allows drag queens to perform there. So she's leaving the 3rd district. The Republican primary for Colorado's 4th is in June, and Boebert is up against 8 other candidates. They held their first debate last week. Boebert did not do well. She was accused during the debate of being a carpetbagger, and she responded, "Carpetbagger, how dare you call me a lesbian?" Okay, she didn't say that. But they did call her a carpetbagger. And after the debate, a straw poll was taken where Boebert came in 5th. She's up against some stiff competition. According to the New York Times, at one point, the moderator asked the candidates, I'm not making this up, the moderator asked the candidates to raise your hand if you've ever been arrested. 6 of the 9 candidates raised their hands, and the audience of Colorado Republicans began to cheer. And the candidates who raised their hands high-fived each other for their arrest records. The Law and Order Republican Party. Raise your hand if you've ever been arrested. Boebert, in a moment of confusion, then lied about her arrest record, insisting she'd only been taken into police custody once. And that's a big mistake, selling yourself short, Lauren Boebert. There are at least 2 other arrests that I know of. Why weren't you bragging to Colorado voters about your criminal record? Unless you don't want to win the nomination. I mean, this is the Republican Party. You should be very proud of your criminal arrests. Meanwhile, the New York Daily News reports this morning that Lauren Boebert's ex-husband, Jason Boebert, was formally charged by Colorado police on Saturday on 2 counts of domestic violence. Police say earlier this month, Jason Boebert physically assaulted the couple's 18-year-old son. When the boy went to call 911, police say Congressman Boebert's ex-husband threatened the son with a rifle. The couple divorced last year. Before becoming a congresswoman, Boebert and her husband ran a restaurant in Rifle, Colorado. It was called Shooters. It was a restaurant that celebrated the Second Amendment. Boebert has had run-ins with the Capitol Police because she likes to carry her sidearm around the Capitol building. Congresswoman Boebert, besides being an ardent defender of gun rights, calls herself a Christian nationalist, has disparaged Muslim members of Congress, calling them terrorists, and opposes same-sex marriage. Her son called the police last fall, and they came out. Her son had called the police and said, my dad's throwing me around. And the police came to do a welfare check, and Lauren Boebert was living there at the time and said, I'm a congresswoman, there's nothing to worry about. These are dangerous, dangerous people. Driving around, speeding throughout the streets of Colorado, children playing. People call the cops all the time on Jason Boebert because of his dogs, threatening people. And he was arrested and did time in jail for exposing himself to 2 underage girls while he was on a bowling date with Lauren Boebert. A few years back, he was arrested and did jail time for indecent exposure to minors. That's Lauren Boebert. And we're going to lose her. We're going to lose her.